Hello everyone. This video will be a short introduction video about rewrite Destinies, or say just simply Destinies in the game of Tale of Immortal. And I do plan to make a series of videos about rewrite Destinies, including some tier list, which in my opinion, what are the better Destinies and what are the not so good ones. And I will separate the sect Destinies and the standard one. But in this video, it will be a brief introductory video about, in general, what are the Destinies. So when we talk about Destiny here, we are not talking about the nature Destiny which you get from in the beginning of the game. We are also not talking about the neutral Destinies which you can get later on. Most of them are temporary. For example, one great example for this is a tavern buff. If you drink a tavern, you will get this destiny from them, and it will appear in your neutral destiny. So just now I drink this, I got this one. We're not talking about any of these two. So what we are talking about is actually so-called rewrite destiny. That's the official translation in this game. However, because there is actually an item in this game which allows you to rewrite these rewrite destinies, and it becomes quite confusing. That's why the jargon I'm going to use in this video is, when we talk about the destiny, I just call it destinies or fates, and only when I'm talking about rewriting using the rewrite item, I use the word rewrite. But just so that you have this idea, so you, the character you are playing, will always get a destiny starting from your reaching foundation. So each time you break through a realm, you get a chance to get a list of destinies that you can choose, and you will choose one of them. So there are, let's say, two different types of destinies. One is general one, another is a bit special. We call it sect destinies. So what is a sect destiny? First of all, let's come to our sect. And when you click in, you go to Spirit Pavilion. You will find that my sect destiny is Blade of Heaven Eye. And if I go to a different sect, for example, this guy coming in. By the way, you don't need to be in the sect to check out their destinies. This sect have unity of heaven and human. And because this one is Cangtao sect, and do you have a branch? If you go to a lower branch of the same sect, it will have the same unity of heaven sect destiny. And sect destiny is important because of this reason. When you break through inside the Spirit Pavilion, so for example, if I already at the late stage when I can break through, this button will become breakthrough. So I can click this button here, or I could just simply press J and click breakthrough. Doesn't matter, and the sect destiny will always appear in the first option in your destiny list. Therefore, it is a guaranteed destiny you will get. And this might be, first of all, it's good, but it's extremely important in chaos. So the main difference between chaos and other difficulties, you cannot save and load the list of destinies you get from breakthrough. So you need special ways, and which I will put a bit later in this video. But for now, sect destinies, they are guaranteed to appear, and many of them are extremely powerful. So that's one thing. Second, about normal destinies, there's also, you can say there are two types. Well, there are also some special ones. First, there are standard ones. Actually, I do not have. For example, combat expertise. And this is just a standard destiny which allows you to grant you some power. For example, there are actually many different combat expertise. Each of them allows you to cast ultimate skills of that route without their preconditions, and in general they are quite useful. And a different second type of standard destiny is like this. For example, Spirit Fusion. You can see I have Spirit Fusion 1, Spirit Fusion 2, and Spirit Fusion 3. So they are a continuation. And we look at the thing that in Spirit Fusion is a bit different, but in general they will replace the original. So when you take Spirit Fusion 3, it will replace Spirit Fusion 2. Same thing goes for martial skill specification and blood power, blood spirit. This, first of all, I would say all these 3 type of them, or 4 type of them, are quite useful and in different situations. In general, they are good. There are also some other ones with 1, 2, 3, 4, which is not good, and some of them with a series looks like they are, a series of fate, but they are actually not. You can directly get, for example, realization is one of them. You can directly get realization 4 without getting realization 1. But a true series of fate, like Spirit Fusion or Blood Energy, you need to first take 1, 2, 3, one by one. And when you use the rewrite item to remove them, if you remove Spirit Fusion 3, you got a chance to change it 1. But if you remove Spirit Fusion 1, you remove all 3 of them, the chance, and you got 3 chances to rewrite your destinies. So which also makes them in a way good, because you use 1 rewrite item, you got 3 chance to rewrite destinies. So remember that. And the next question is, can NPC have destinies? Which answer is yes. The precondition to have destiny, it is actually to have a Dao mind. For us, we have any kind. In general, you should have a nameless Dao mind. I have changed this character Dao mind, and the Dao mind will allows you to have destiny. Now, for nameless, it allows you to have all kind of destinies, access to all the lists, except a few special ones. For NPC, first of all, they need to be Heaven Chosen, because Heaven Chosen grants them Taoist mind, and you can find those destinies of this NPC here. Each different Dao mind, NPC have different type of Dao mind. Each of them will grant them a special, usually NPC only. We say it NPC only because the character usually have nameless Dao mind. But there are ways to get those NPC only Dao mind, and therefore to get those NPC only destinies. But that's another topic. So for example, Fortune here, it allows this to get a special destiny, which is this guy, Fairy Bristol, which is really annoying one, which allows her to summon a wild boar layer. And if you have fight against such an NPC, you know it's annoying. But this, as I said, different Dao mind will allow them to have different destinies, and also when you put it, each different Dao mind also have a different destiny list, and usually they are smaller than what you get. For example, when you put your mouse here, you see that for Fortune, the possible destinies is only this much. So if you have this Dao mind, you can only choose from this list. And if you have nameless, you have the entire list for you. And for example, this person have a different blamelessness Dao mind, and which grants him Wild Desert Blade. This is another special NPC only, quote unquote, destiny. And you would see the list is different. So this is how NPCs have their destinies. And next question is, can I change my sect destiny? And the answer is yes. Like, for example, right now I have Murderous Rise. So what you can do is use this item. Not you. Where is the item? Here. Ancient Page. You will get this item once you become sect leader. It will appear in the next auction. And also when you shift your sect to the next region, it will also appear in the next auction. So pay attention to the auction notification. You can get this thing from auction, use it. You say, okay, I want to change it. And then you have different things to choose. And for example, I can change to this one. You can even save and load this list in Chaos. So now if I come to here, it will change. This is the most easy way to change your sect destiny if you're a sect leader. There is also more convoluted way. So that is if you conquer other sects. So I'm not sure if I have done this. Once you change this thing, you see that all your subsects also have changed their destinies. The branch one. Well, I think it won't show it here, also because I've changed use agent pay, which means all my branch sect will change. However, the idea is you use your some sect to conquer another sect. Let's say certain sect B have the destiny you want, and you use your sect A, conquer sect B, then you use the branch sect B, which you get from conquering sect B to conquering sect C, and then the new branch sect from branch sect previous sect C will have the destiny of sect B. I know it's confusing, convoluted, but there's a better demonstration and in my sect management guide. So that's how you change the sect destinies. So what are those rewrite destiny items? So basically, oh, not you. Where do I have it? Do I have it somewhere? Okay, I do have it. I have Bifang's memory, Jagu's memory, Tu Shanjun's memory. So this 3 memory item special. You get each of them from quests, side quests. So this one you can get once you reach Jagu's memory. You get it once you reach Golden Core, and you will get a quest from the main city in Huafeng region in the Tavern. Is it in the Tavern though? Maybe not. The quest is always related to this little girl Xi, who is from the Bayan village. And finish this quest, you will get this item and Golden Core. Remember that. Similarly, Bifang's memory, you get it once you reach Narsen Soul. The quest will trigger from there. And Tu Shanjun's memory, you get it once you reach Enlightenment, and it will trigger from there. And these 3 items will allow you to, it's written here, to modify the rewrite destiny for different realms. And for example, if I use Jagu's memories, it allows me, if I need to choose destiny below Golden Core. And if I choose something higher than that, it says not possible. And just as example, if I chose to remove Blood Power 1, which does not have the series. Alright? Before that, let me save. Because I want to go back to this save and show you a different way. Okay. Let's try again. So if I use Jagu's memory to get rid of Blood Power 1, it allows me to jump to all this, a new list. I'm playing Chaos, that's why I have 9 options. Usually, if you're not playing Chaos, you have 6 options. And because, again, I have different down mind, so this will be a bit different. So I have 9 things, and it allows me to use King of Foxhill, which is one of the so-called special NPC only ones. And because this special down mind will always appear as well. So it allows me to have these things. And I can have blood energy one. Interesting. For example, I choose this. And this will allow me to change. And after that, my blood power one was changed into blood energy one. Now I have reloaded the save. I can use Jacob's memory again, but this time I do not choose this. I delete Spirit Fusion 1, and you will see that Spirit Fusion 2 and 3 will also be deleted. So it directly tells you have to delete all 3 of them. And when you look at this is different because I'm deleting a different destiny. So let's say I pick Enhanced Spiritual Skills, which is, by the way, a bad option. And after this, it will let me choose again. And because I have chosen Enhanced Spirit Skill 1, so this time Enhanced Spirit Skill 2 will appear. But on the other hand, I also have a new list, which means I again can choose something very different. For example, I really want Combat Expert Wind and Lightning. Now I have another chance. Again, this is important in Chaos, maybe not important everywhere else. So I can choose this. So this is why the series of standard destinies grant you more chances if you use with this rewrite destiny items. And again, I can come back to Enhanced Spiritual Skill 2, because it will always appear since I already chosen 1. Alright, and you will get 3 items, 3 memory from the quests, and once you defeat Xingtian here, and after you dealing with the monuments, the stele in the Canyon village, you will get a few, I think 3 or 4 more Xingtian's memories, which allows you to rewrite destinies from Transcendent, so which is quite good. The game really should provide you more choice to do this. And here, this is why does a sect destiny is so useful, especially in Chaos? Because this will guarantee to appear even when you are using your rewrite destiny items. So, which means that you know at any time, any stage, you can always get this one destiny. And if it's for the murder strike, then it's great, right? You can always change it after all with different items or different conquering ways. Now, for example, if I'm using this time, let's use Bifang's memories, which allows me to delete a bit more one. I can't delete this one. Let's delete Combat Expertise. Alright? And you can see Blade of Heavenly Eye is always there. Right? That is pretty great. Even though others are still the same. So every time you rewrite one destiny, the others the same. So, but this will only work if you are inside this Spirit Pavilion. If you're outside, anywhere else, you won't have it. But that's what I mean here is, you can always take whichever destiny you had before. Like some random destiny you didn't want, and at a certain point when you realize that, let me try to rewrite it. But what about if the rewrite item still doesn't have anything I like? What you can always do, go to Spirit Pavilion, rewrite it, and if the thing you wanted appeared in the list, take that. Otherwise, you still have one option. So, Sect Destiny is a great way to let you have a basic, good, above average good destiny list. And since you have all the freedom to change it once you become a sect leader, which does grant you a lot of more freedom in Chaos difficulties. And here is one thing that is known by many people but still unknown by many people. That is, how do you change your destiny list in Chaos? So, as example, me, as first breakthrough, okay? And I hope you guys can sort of remember the list of destinies I get in this breakthrough, and when I show you how do you change it in Chaos, you will see there's a difference there. So I break through, and first of all, because I am a dragon sect leader, that's why the following buff is always there. I already took 3 levels, therefore the 4th one is always there. And I have Warlord Phantom, Efficient Learning, Shield Stance, Natural Essence, Blood Juice Flying Sword, blah blah blah, Combat with Earth Fire. Let's say, out of all these 9 ones, there's not a single one I like. Okay, just remember this list. So what can I do? I pick any one which I don't like. That's not realistic, pretending that I don't like it. And the next thing to do, now if I reload this save and break through again, it will be the same 9 destinies. Because I'm playing Chaos, that's how it works. But what you can do is, you reload this save first. Oh, this is taking ages. Alright. So, first thing you can, do I have the item in my thing? I do not. That is great. Now, I do have it. Strange Mushroom. So, where do you get this Strange Mushroom? Many times you can find those mushrooms appear in near the main cities, and you just need to defeat them. Yeah, mushroom appeared near Yoni, and you can save and load before you defeat them. Sometimes they drop this thing. Now, if you actually, fun fact is now it does say you receive the Destiny Mushroom power, right? Back in a few patches before it didn't say anything. It says there are some strange use. So if I use this guy now, and I break through again, I think you have to see this same thing a few times, but that's how it goes. Because I've chosen take the Strange Mushroom, first of all, you see Mushroom Power appeared. And this is a great example because it's directly Mushroom Power 2. I didn't take Mushroom Power 1. So this is one of the Destinies. It so-called looks like there is a series, but it's actually not a real series. Same thing goes for Energy Seed 3. I didn't take Energy Seed 1 or 2. It just appears. Now, but you can see that the entire list has changed. And even come back the pretty change Waterwood. This is one way for you to change Destiny's own Chaos. However, this can only do it once per breakthrough. So if I now come back, load this save, and eat a mushroom again, do a breakthrough again, it will still be these 9 different Destinies. And if I don't eat the mushroom, it will be still the same original 9 different Destinies. And the way it works, very important, you should not take any near-death protection Destinies. For example, Emperor's Legacy, this is one of them. When you are dying, you are transformed this. If you have already taken any of these kind of Destinies, because you cannot have 2 different near-death protection Destiny, because otherwise the game don't know what it will do. For example, if I already taken Emperor's Legacy, then even if I take a mushroom, the mushroom power will not appear. The mushroom power is another near-death Destiny that when you are dying, transform into Mushroom Man. And because mushroom power will not appear, it will not make your Destiny list random again. So remember that. If you find the mushroom way doesn't work for you, it is probably because you have taken some kind of defensive Destiny. So don't do that. I will introduce another way. Not a mushroom. So this is another way to help you to change the Destinies in Chaos. And this requires this thing, so-called Master's Recluse Room. This is added in a few patches ago when the entire new alchemy secret sect, or let's call it divine Kudron sect thing, was added to it. So when you click on this, you can sit there for a while. You maybe have to click several times, but eventually you will get this thing, Alchemist inside. So once you have this active with you, when you break through, you will get special rewrite Destinies options for Alchemist, and this will also change your Destiny list. So let's do this the third time, and you will see another list of 9 different Destinies. So if you do not get any of the Destiny you wanted in Chaos, you have at least 2 ways, and in a way you have around 20 different options. And if you still don't get it, you still have the rewrite Destiny items for you to get rid of previous ones. And you can see again, they are all different. And the precious extractions and incredible elixirs, these are the special alchemy Destinies when you are sitting there grant you. And by having these 2, you again manage to change your rewrite Destiny list. Alright, let's recap. In this video, we talked about what are Destinies, also rewrite Destinies, and what's the difference between the natural Destiny or neutral Destiny, or these Destinies which are actually useful. And we talked about what is a sect Destiny, and how do you change them, and what is general Destiny, and what are those series Destinies, and why those series Destinies and sect Destinies can be good, especially in Chaos, because when you rewrite them, there are something guaranteed. And also, we talked about Dao Mine and NPC only Destinies like that. And then we talked about the rewrite Destiny items and how do you use them. And what if you use them on a series Destiny, and what if you use it in the Spirit Pavilion of your sect. And finally, we talked about 2 different ways. How do you change Destiny list when you are in Chaos difficulty, in which usually, even when you save and load, you won't be able to change the list. However, there are 2 ways. One is Strange Mushroom. Second is Alchemy Master's Room. So I hope this will answer most of your Destiny questions about it. And so yeah, this is just an introductory video. In my next video, I will probably make a tier list of, let's say, sect Destinies. And I will also introduce each of them. Why are they useful? Why are they not? Then, of course, those things might get changed once devs make some patch, change something. But if that's the case, I might have to make again. And for normal Destinies, I would say a lot of them are not really useful from a min-max point of view. But some of them can be pretty fun. So if you're not playing Chaos, you can always try it out. Some of them are quite fun. And if you are playing Chaos and you really want to build your character properly, some of them are kind of essential. For example, martial arts, martial skill specification, and blood energy. Blood energy. These 2 sometimes are really essential for some builds. And Spirit Fusion is great for some builds, not good for some others. Blood Power 1 is in general good for everyone except Blade, because you already have lifesteal. And I don't think anyone needs Blood Power 2 and 3. Apart from these, there are these, series ones. And then there are other general ones, like Combat Gift Parties in general good, but for some builds you don't need them. This and that. So there are too many Destinies in this game. And it will be a big project for me to make a tier list of every single Destinies, but I will try to do that. And once again, thank you for watching. And if you like this content, please consider leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you next time.